Hello everybody, welcome to Bliss Baby, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to build this house right here. Not exactly this house, but something similar in how you can make it your own. And you'll see it has really nice texture. The greenery really makes it light up. And in general, it's just such a nice little cozy home. And that tower really all brings it together in little accents. And so this is actually a really simple build. It looks intimidating at first maybe, but it's just those little extra details, and it's pretty simple. This is actually a survival world, completely survival, and you'll see this is actually really easy to make, even early game. Alright, now let's get right into it. So the materials for this, more or less, I would start out with these spruce planks, stripped spruce logs or normal logs, andesite, polished andesite, stone bricks, spruce stairs, and spruce slabs. Now these will be the basics, but once you start adding details, you'll need a bit more variety. Alright, so now let's get right into it. The very first thing you want is get the frame up. So basically, you're going to make the first one 4 tall, and then you're going to have it come out 1, 2, 3. Really simple. And then you're going to take it, I don't know, 5 blocks. And then you get a little bit of that action going on. And then you can bring this over here. Actually, no, let's bring that back. So the gap in between this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8. That's what I'm going to be going with right now. And let's bring this over to about here. And then you're just going to want to bring everything across. And then you're going to build your last support or your last little tower. This can come out if you want it or not. And I will bring this one out, but this one's not important because the face of it is going to be more important. This is really all up to you. Everything is optional. You can make the in-between blocks however you want, but this is just what I'm going to be doing right now for the video. So the first section of this video is going to be like how to build the basic house, and then the second part is going to be like all the details, like buttons, fence gates, and how you can apply it to your own build. So you'll notice I actually left this here. I have actually decided that I'm going to bring this one up one more. That's something I kind of forgot to mention. And then you're going to want to bring this across. Not here, not like this, but then bring it over here like this. This is how I personally like to do things. And then the next thing you want to do is you're going to build the foundation. So basically you're going to go from here, move inside one, and then you can do it 2 ways. You can just build it all stone and then mix in these other blocks later, or you can just kind of mix it in as you go like this, etc. So now you should have something looking like this. If you want to mix in cobblestone, you can obviously do that. That looks just fine. If you want to mix in dead coral, if you have that, that again is okay. Now something I like to do to make it look nicer is just putting in simple stairs like this. It makes it look much cleaner. You can do it here if you want as well. That is always up to you. I like to do that as well. So now you have something like this. You can mix in something that I like to do, and it just really breaks up the grayness of this. Even though there is some of that wood accents, it really just makes it look so great. What you do is grab some stripped logs like this, do a little pattern like that, bring this up, put this here, bring this up, and put spruce planks on top, and then in the middle, use spruce planks. And then just close it off over here, and close it off over here. And then this actually looks really nice once everything else is put together. So you can kind of see how that's going to work out. Actually, now that I remember, what you want to do is do that exact same thing, but just lower it down by 1. So there you go. Now you have a little, this can be whatever you want, like a cellar patch. It looks really nice. And so yeah. Now next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the basics in for the top. So for this, you're going to need light gray wool and white wool. You don't actually need light gray wool, but it just helps me break it all up, break the white of it. So I'm going to be doing windows something like this, and then I'm just going to have this wrap around like that. We're going to have another window like this, wrap around like that. And to break it up, I'm going to do that. And we should have windows looking pretty nice like that. Oh, and over here, so we're going to take this and actually move it out one more. And then break that, and then you should have that. And then what you can do now is you can bring this across. And now you should have something looking just about this, or however you want. You can have the windows in a different configuration, but this is how I'm going to be doing it for the video. And now, next thing you want to do is actually build the roof. The roof is actually a pretty simple design. So basically, it's going to be a slope. And so basically, you're going to start off like this, just a basic A-frame. And then the next one, you're going to do up one, like this. And then you're just going to do two in the next. Nope, my bad. And then we'll stop there for now so we can kind of do the other side as well. So then we have this, and then we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right here. And then for this, you can do it like that, so it gives it a little bit of that. And then just come up, I guess 4, if that works. And then you're going to want to do something like this. Just a basic overhang. It's really nothing complex. But you'll see this is a really big roof, but it makes up for the fact that it's so big because it'll be with this kind of in the same line actually, because this is much smaller than this. So we can just kind of get the outline of this right here as well. We'll do the exact same thing for that. And you should end up with something looking just like this. And you'll notice these are basically the exact same height, and that's because this is, and it's kind of on purpose because this one's a bit longer than that one, and they have a slope, and this one actually starts a bit taller, so it works out just perfectly. Now what you're going to do is finish the outline by just dragging this across, and etc., dragging this across. Not like that. That was a tutorial on how to not drag that across. And then you're just going to do the exact same thing on the other side, no need for a tutorial. So now finishing that up, you can do whatever you want. You can fill it in now, you can fill it in later, but just for the sake of the video, I will be filling it in now, just so you guys can kind of see what it looks like when it's all done. So when you're at something like this, you'll notice this doesn't fit in perfectly. For that, you actually just want to do that, and that's just so it looks more clean. And then what we can also do is take that stair and turn it like that, so it's more flush. So then, an interesting design once you get to here, just another helpful tip is you can bring it across like this, and you'll notice it gives it a nice little spike roof, and I love that design. It's one of my favorites. It looks really nice. So now that you have something looking a little bit like this, personally I think it looks really great so far. You'll notice that there's a big hole in there. You can just kind of fill it in like this, like nothing too complicated, and then just take some wood and then just fill that in. And then you just have a pretty basic roof right there, and that's how I like it. Now you're gonna come with the next challenge, which is gonna be the windows, and a pretty good design I personally like to use for these. Also, I'm gonna get some slabs now. So just doing something simple like this, adding a bit of depth, and then for the actual thing itself, I like to use fences because they kind of give a medieval look, in my opinion. And then some details you can add are trapdoors on the side, like little shingles. You can add fence gates. They look really nice, like here. And then just adding some of this. Just like that. You can add fences like here if you want. Just kind of brighten it up, give it your own little touch, and once you kind of play around and find what you like, it really starts to come together nicely. So now you notice you start to get a little nice pattern, but you may see that the bottom is looking kind of boring. And so what you can do with that is you can kind of replicate this little mini design. You can put flower pots. Let me show you that. So now this, you can just throw some flowers in there. Just, I don't know, cornflower also looks pretty nice. Just like that. And that looks already much better. Breaks up that and it gets a nice blue touch. And you'll kind of see how it's starting to come together. Now, I gotta finish that. So now that we're in the detailing section, you can start putting in fence gates around. Just throwing them around makes them look really nice. You can do something like this. It's kind of a front yard. And then you can put some wheat down there and some flowers and bone meal it, and it looks so nice. So once you kind of put some of that detailing in, and you'll notice some of that wheat's growing up, it looks really nice. I love wheat in front of a house. The flowers and stuff, they look really nice and all, but one thing that's really going to bring it together, leaves. Leaves, if you don't put them in builds, then I don't know what you're doing. Unless you're doing some sort of modern buildings. But honestly, they've got to be the single most best looking block in Minecraft to make. Like, of course you can't have leaves without like buildings. Like, you can, they don't look nice just thrown around, but once you put leaves on buildings, it just really brings it all together. Like, honestly, just adding those leaves around just brings it all together. And that's honestly all I have for you guys. You guys can expand on this idea. You can make it your own. You can do whatever you want. You can use these fundamentals, build different styles of houses in medieval. And I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to like and subscribe. I put a lot of effort into these videos. And I hope you guys got something out of this. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.